Hi, this is our SPARK BARRE sequence for this week, and this week you're going to need your chair, and you'll need your ball and a set of light, and just one set of lights. So we're just going to stick with 3s today. All right, so again, this is assuming that you have already warmed up. There is a warm up on the channel, or you've spent a couple minutes doing some dynamic movement to warm up your body before we get started. So we're going to start in our deep core line connector standing. So I'm going to bring the ball, place it above your knees, and just kind of hold in with the inner thighs. So I'm just going to give it a little hug. Then I'm going to lift all 10 of my toes off the floor. Separate the toes if you can. Just look down, see what you got there. Press the toes down and just kind of grip the whole foot to your mat. Soften the knees a little bit and just direct that energy into the midline. So I'm going to squeeze from my feet, pull my inner thighs together. Pubic bone to navel is lifting in and up. Sits bones are engaged. Okay, so posturally we're just going to stay shoulder over hip. All right, so if you need a chair to start, you can just lightly place your hand on the chair, or you can face the back of it. So we're just going to start out and kind of connect to center, get everything ready to go. So you're going to squeeze up on your toes, keep your chest lifted, crown of the head reaching toward the ceiling, and then exhale down. Good. So I'm going to reverse that breath. So when you come up, exhale, draw everything into center, squeeze your belly, and then inhale, lower. Good. Exhale, draw everything into the midline, and then lower slowly. So again, everything's really controlled. Trying to access as much muscle as I can. Inhale to center, and release. Good. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Now I want you to hold it up there, and you're just going to do a little pulse for your calves. Okay, so we're going to squeeze down, 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 really holding everything in the center. The rest of my body staying really engaged. Pushing through my heels for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so you can stay up in the releve if you need to. Feet can go flat to the floor. We're going to draw the knees slightly forward. I'm going to send my hips back a little bit, and then just get my chest lifted. Squeeze the ball. So now I'm kind of in a really high chair. Pretend you're going to slide down a wall. So shoulder blades and hips are against your wall. And we're going to hold the back of our chair again, light fingertips. You're going to squeeze your hips down and hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze up and squeeze the ball and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower, slide down the wall, squeeze and hold. Really pulling into center, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze up tall and hold, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down and hold, find your challenge wherever that is, and squeeze that ball. So you squeeze in, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it on 1 and pulse your seat down. Squeeze your seat for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it on 1. Big breath. And inhale up. Exhale the heels to the floor. Good, take the ball. And we're going to move on to the floor for a second. So come onto your knees. Take the ball and place it between your inner thighs again, just like it was. I'm going to bring your forearms down so you know where we're going with this. Fingertips spread. Tuck your toes. Draw your navel in and lengthen back to your plank. So you're going to hold the ball nice and tight. Lengthen the crown of your head forward. Separate the shoulder blades a little bit. And hold here and breathe. Focus your breath. Even reaching out into those fingertips, pressing back through the heels. Good, almost there. Squeeze and hold. You've got to breathe, but drop your knees whenever you need to carefully. Almost there. Almost there. Big breath. Four, three, two, and one. Knees to the floor, walk your fingertips back. Take the ball, place it to the side, child's pose. Big breath. Maybe shift your hips back and forth a little bit side to side. Release any tension. Fill your torso up with breath. Take a couple big breaths here. One more. And then very gently walk your fingertips back, and we're going to move on to arms. So I'm going to pick up my 3 pounders. We're going to do some shoulders and a little bicep. So you could use heavier if you wanted to. You could use 5, but or you might switch them out. Start with the heavier ones and shift to the lights. Totally up to you. Or use no weights at all. That's another really good option. So let's hold the ball in our Tadasana and center line engaged. Knees are soft. Inner thighs are engaged. Pubic bone to navel is engaged. Sit bones are engaged. Okay, so let's take a big breath. Inhale, reach those arms up. And then exhale, open out. Good, let's do that again. Inhale up. And then exhale, draw your navel in. Good, let's reverse that breath. So let's exhale up. Squeeze everything into the midline. And then inhale, slowly release. And again, you're going nice and slow. Good, exhale up. And this time you're gonna hold it out halfway, okay? So we're gonna hold it out, lower the arms just a little bit below the shoulders. Take a big breath here. Ground through the floor again, so grow some roots into the earth. And just hold. If it hurts your neck or anything like that, just put the weights down. Do this without weights or just take a break. Rotate your palms up to the ceiling and hold. There is a slight bend in my elbow and my wrist is slightly below the shoulder, so just maintain that. Big breath. So you're going to take the elbows in toward the rib cage, squeeze everything in, and then press out. Good. Squeeze in, press out. Squeeze in, press out. Squeeze in, press out. Let's do one more. Press out and hold it. Rotate your thumbs toward the ceiling and hold. Big breath. Whew. Try to relax your head and your neck. Good, now bring those arms towards each other. We're gonna circle, so you're gonna open up your elbows, so now there's a circle in front of my chest like I'm hugging around a tree. I'm gonna hold here and keep the fingertips below my shoulders and then squeeze out and open. Good, so squeeze in, exhale the air out, draw everything into the midline, and then open, squeeze in, and open. Good, squeeze in, one more, and open. Beautiful job. Big breath for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so let's lower the arms, roll the shoulders back a couple times. Almost there. Big breath. So let's come into field goal post, wrist right above the elbows, belly nice and tight, hold the ball snugly. Take your right arm and reach up and squeeze all the way down. Up and squeeze down. Up and squeeze. 2 more. 1 more. Now the other arm is holding, isometric hold. Come back to the starting point, field goal post. Take the other arm, squeeze in and up. Squeeze in and up. 2 more. Squeeze in and up. 1 more. Back to field goal post. Little pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it on 1 big breath. And then very slowly, carefully bring those arms down. Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the chair. And we are going to stand in first position. I'm going to bring my right leg out. So I'm going to bring it up to the side, place the ball right behind it. Okay, so your hand can be on your hip. You can either lay your forearm on the back of your chair, or you can inhale your chest up, but just try not to collapse. Try not to collapse your torso onto your chair. Good. So I'm going to take this ball, and I want to hold it really tight between my calf and my hamstring. I'm going to squeeze it back, find my stopping point, right? Not feeling anything in my lower back that's painful, feeling my legs really active. Bring it slightly forward, and then you're going to just squeeze it back. So squeeze it back, bring it forward. Squeeze it back. And again, not a big range of motion movement. Press and squeeze. Keep your rib cage elevated, torso's in control. Lift. Good, let's do 2 more. 1 more. Hold it on back there. Big, big breath. And you're gonna just push your calf into the ball. So you're gonna push for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so I'm going to grab the ball and I'm going to lengthen away from the leg. So as I do that, the knee travels back and I lengthen. So I'm going to squeeze in, touch the knee, and press. Squeeze in, touch the knee, and really activate by pushing the ball against the knee against the ball, and press. Activate, squeeze, lengthen, and press. Now when I point my toe back, squeezing that leg strong, okay? Push and lengthen. Good. Push and lengthen. 2 more. Push and lengthen. 1 more. Squeeze. Lengthen away, lift the leg, a slight lift and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now sweep that leg through, hold it, big breath. Maybe reach your other arm up. Whew. Reach those arms out and hold it. Big breath for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Cross it over, figure 4, sit low. Push your hips back. Rotate the ankle in both directions. And inhale up, little quad stretch and little hamstring. Good. Let's do both sides. Rotate the ankle, sit back. Good. Quad stretch. Big breath. Hamstring. And we're going to do the other side. Okay, so by the chair, first position, bring the outside leg up. Standing leg is activated, so the knee's bent, foot is glued to the floor, so suction cups down to the earth. Bring the ball, place it between your calf and your hamstring. Big breath. And again, try to keep your rib cage lifted and not collapsing toward the chair, okay? So you're gonna bring it slightly forward and then squeeze it back. So I'm really squeezing the ball. Slightly forward and squeezing back. And again, when you go back, you're looking for seat engagement, not lower back. If you feel lower back, you're going back too far, so just edit it back a little bit and push. Forward and push. Good. Squeeze forward and push back. Squeeze forward and push. Good. Squeeze forward and push. We're going to hold it back and squeeze the ball for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the squeeze on. 1 big, big breath. Shaking, shaking. So take the ball, right? You're going to extend the ball away. Extend away from the leg, elongate. Bring the knee in, squeeze the ball to the knee to the ball. Draw your navel in at the same time. And then press away, extension. Good, so you're going to squeeze in, touch, press away. And we're going slow. I know the tendency would be to rush it because momentum is easier than going slow, okay? But you'll get better results in less time if you can be a little patient and move slow, very engaged, and you're also going to be less likely to injure yourself, okay? Those fast momentum movements might be fun, but they're problematic. So, again, I'd rather go slow and use more muscle. Good. Let's do one more and hold it back. Woo. Really squeeze. We're going to lift that back leg for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold it on 1. Reach those 2 points away from each other. Squeeze the leg strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swing it through and hold. So we're going to bring that leg forward, point the toe, standing leg is still bent. Big breath. Reach out and hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Figure 4, stretch. Rotate the ankle, both directions. Good, quadricep stretch. And hamstring. Good, we'll do both sides. Figure 4, rotate. Quad. Whew. Hamstring, push your seat back. And then roll, wave your spine up tall. Okay, so let's go back to core. I'm gonna grab my ball. Come onto your mat. And take, we're almost done. Is that good news? We're almost done. Hands are going to hold the ball like you're holding the world, okay? Hold the whole world in your hands. Bring it down and you're going to tap the floor. So my body's elongated and I'm going to activate my legs. I feel my tailbone on the mat and I feel my shoulder blades placed firmly, okay? So heels, tailbone, shoulders. I'm going to take the ball, hold it in my hands, and I'm just going to tap the floor a little bit. So just doing a light tap here and just activating. You might feel that your navel automatically activates in that movement. So be aware of that. Pubic bone to navel is going to pull in. So we're going to activate here and then hold it. So we're going to do ballet jackknives. You have an option to make this a little easier, and I'll show you on the second one. So when you come up for the full version, you're going to come up, you're going to push the ball somewhere on your leg and push your leg toward the ball to activate strongly right here in the navel. You lower slowly, come all the way back, tap, activate, right? And then come up and do the other side. Now, if you don't want to come all the way up or you can't for some reason, you're just going to do this. Crunch and crunch. So let's keep going, whatever level you want to do. Push, lower, touch. Lower, touch. So when you come up, blow the air out, activate the exhale. Extend back, nice and controlled through every little part of this movement. So again, do not rush through this. It works well and it works better when you go nice and slow, focused on those points of connection. Good. Keep going. Push and tap. Push. Okay, we're going to do 4 with 3 taps. So say we're going to come up and tap 3, 2, 1. Lower, lift. 3, 2, 1. Lower, lift. 3, 2, 1. Lower, lift. 3, 2, 1. Lower. Take a breath. Whew. Good. Place the ball to the side. Stretch. Bring your knees into your chest. Stretch. Take a big breath. Awesome. Cross your ankles, roll it up. Come up. We're going to do a little tricep. So we're going to do it standing. Take your 3 pounds, and again, if you don't want to use your weights, it's totally fine. Just skip them. Okay? So we're going to stand with our feet hip distance apart. Grab your feet to the floor. So again, activate your feet to activate your stance. You're going to sit back, pushing your seat back, squeezing your sit bones and pulling your belly in. I'm tipped forward from my hip. Okay? So I'm going to keep my head in line with my spine, shoulders square to the floor. You're going to squeeze your arms up, keep the elbows close to the rib cage, press back and hold. So I'm activating right here, tricep. So squeeze back and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and bend. Squeeze back and hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bend. Squeeze back and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1, and bend. Squeeze back and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Little lift and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it. Rotate your palms to face the ceiling. Bring the weights towards each other. Squeeze out. Pull your belly in. Squeeze in. Press out. Squeeze in. Press out slow. Squeeze in. Press out. Now hold it out. You're on a diagonal. Lengthen forward a little bit. Push back through your heels and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, roll forward and through. Give your shoulders a little shoulder roll. Take both weights in one hand. We're almost done with triceps. Toes, feet hip distance apart, toes grounded. Inhale your right arm up, okay? You're gonna take your other hand and bring it across the rib cage and kind of hold your ribs. So we're gonna bend that elbow, it's on a diagonal. You should feel an activation right here through the tricep and squeeze. So nice and slow, one weight is sufficient if you only want to use one. Keep your head lifted and back, so try not to crank your neck. Squeeze up. Squeeze up. Good. Rib cage stays nice and controlled. Feet are grounded to the floor. Sit bones are activated. Pubic bone to navel is activated as well. Good. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, carefully bring that arm down. Switch hands. Bring your arm up. Activate everything. Ground again to the floor. Spread your fingers and hold your rib cage. Big breath. I'm bringing my arm on a diagonal, so it's my elbows pointed out about 45 degrees. Squeeze and lift. Good. Focusing on the whole body stable and contained and really activating the tricep. Nice and strong. Good. We're almost there for today. Good. Let's do 3, and 2, and 1. I think I want to do 4 more. Let's do 4 more. You know me, I'm such a good counter. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring that arm down. Awesome. Okay, safely place those weights on the floor and just open up your arms out and then reach and give yourself a hug. Open up out. Big breath, open up that chest. Give yourself a hug. Good. Release those arms, bring them on up. Interlace those thumbs, or cross the thumbs, I mean, and just stretch up nice and tall. Take a big breath. Take that tip to the right, and just to the point where you feel a nice stretch through the waist. Inhale up tall, and exhale down. Good. And then inhale up. Reach those arms out. Beautiful job. So, continue stretching. Give your legs another couple minutes. There's a stretch sequence on the channel. Take advantage of that, or just do your own stretching sequence, and I will see you next week for some more Spark Barre. Thanks.